hello to the people.
Hello.
I'll be right there.
Let's see, we'll be right there. Right there. Where's my friend Denise? Ready? My friend Denise right here. Denise. Are we with David? With David Richards on YouTube. David.
Yeah. Peace. How you doing? Talking to myself.
No, that's YouTube.
That's YouTube can talk. YouTube. It's like YouTube, like the recording. YouTube.
Yeah.
Tony.
Bye, Tony. See you tomorrow.
No.
Take it easy now. See you tomorrow, Tony.
What's on? Lucky, Ross came back. Ross.
Give me a second.
Give me a second. You get change. Take off his
Run the shirt.
This is shirt. Give me a second.
Oh, I'm Canadian.
I'm for the day.
I'm Canadian now. Hey, what's up, David?
I'm alright.
So,
Tired.
we're just the game's about almost over. This is Angel. That's you know that's David. And we're watching Russ says What Variety channel.
No, 7-2. We miss winning.
And I hope you have a good night.
Top of 7.
I'm gonna go home.
I go home.
And that's how we do it because Russ is what in the house.
We all say very channel.
And you say hello to.
No, you say Ross, very
Yeah,
channel.
who's that one that says hello to you all the time?
Oh,
You know the lady? What's her
I
name?
forgot her name. What lady? I forgot.
Will you say hello to her?
No, she's the.
You know, the one from Detroit.
I forgot her name.
She's a really nice lady.
It's next lady. Sure.
Hello to everybody.
Yes.
See you tomorrow.
See you tomorrow, Ross. Get on see.
That was it now. See you tomorrow.
See you later, David. Oh. Before it starts raining again. I'm lucky I didn't do my laundry today. It would have been soaked. The Eagle lands on Friday. The Eagle landed on Friday? What does that mean? I'm already drenched enough. I think Ross, man, props with the Raja and wait. Ross made props with the Raja. Nice shack, but thanks for Simon in the bottom comments. Yeah. But it is true, right? Somebody's got to get paid. Man, props. Well, somebody's got to hit the button, right? Usually when you play the slot in the casino, whoever hits whoever's card is in the machine, you have to pay the taxes. What's up, 420? You just gotta tell it how it is. You can't bullshit people. You know? You can't bullshit people all your life. Can't bullshit people. Nobody likes bullshit. You know, so stopped raining here for a little bit, and Metro winning 7-2. You know, like if I go to the casino, right, and I lose, I lose. I win, I win. I'd rather win than lose, but I know it's out of my hands sometimes. But you literally can't bullshit people in life. You know, because sooner or later, the bullshit catches up to you. Fantastic and doing great. Thanks for the thumbs up. Been a while. I mean, I don't have a problem with. I really don't have a problem with Simon. I mean, she's just doing it because Raja helped her build that channel. So it is what it is. If I have a millionaire friend too, I would hope that millionaire friend will help me build my channel too. It's easier if you do it yourself. More realistic. Everybody wants to be the next great YouTube star, but it takes a lot of work. It takes more than just going to the casino to be a YouTube star. You have to put a lot of work into it. And you have to be consistent. What's up, Yoland? Very slippery here. Don't walk on that. It's all slippery. This is my first day in a while that I had a hard time with my short videos. This is the first time in a while, in the last month and a half or 2 months, where I've had a hard time with my short videos. My short videos in general. Maybe I'm putting out too many, or maybe I'm not wording them correctly, or maybe YouTube is not promoting them all at the same time. I don't know. Who knows? I can't really figure out the algorithm. It's weird. All I do know is I got a very busy, hectic schedule. And pretty much when I get married again, I want a simple wedding. I don't want to spend too much money. Because things are expensive, and I'd rather have a big wedding. I'd rather have a really big wedding in like a year. Save money on the side and do a big wedding in like a year. The weddings are expensive. When I got married back in 2007 or 2010, I spent over $20,000. I spent $20,000 on that wedding. Had about almost 200 people there. It's a lot of work. Getting DJ, photographer, sending out the invitations to everybody. It's a lot of work putting together a big wedding, or even a small one. It's a lot of work. Put it towards the house. I'm not gonna be getting a house anytime soon. I'll be still living in this apartment I'm in right now. Not gonna be moving anytime soon. It takes a while to do a lot of things. If I have a situation where so and so is making a good amount of money like me, we save a good amount of money for a year. We get the good things going together and see where it goes from there. You never know. But I really don't want to rush things. I really don't want to rush anything. I want to take my time. I want to have a small ceremony, and then do a nice wedding in like a year's time. Because it just takes too long it just takes too much time to put together. And plus I know a lot of my family will not want to come. Will not want to come. You know. I just know. There's hanging out with Mr. Cooper here. Hanging out with Mr. Cooper. So I guess you gotta say is I got so used to being on my own, right? That I just don't want to mess up. I don't want to mess up with my progress. I don't want to mess up with my progress that of course Brad will get an invite. If he shows up, he shows up. He's not allowed to speak in here because he's friends with people. If he didn't threaten people and talk about their deceased husbands and stuff like that, or wives, he would be allowed in here. But you can't make idle threats to people. Well, I would love to do is I would love to have a wedding in Atlantic City. You know, I would have go there on a Saturday night. We already have a band at Wild Wild West. You have your pictures on the boardwalk. You know, have your food. Simple. You know, you can even do the wedding ceremony on the beach. Have the beach there. But you know, that's not everybody how everybody would like to do their wedding. That's just how I would like to someone do. I don't know if he could be the master of the ceremony, but God, he doesn't believe in marriage. No, Roy wasn't that good tonight. He doesn't believe in marriage. He doesn't even like kids. You know, sometimes like I want it to happen, but I don't want to make a mistake, you know? I have a lot going for me and I do not want to mess up. I really have a ton of good things going for me right now. The channel's doing good. Jobs are doing well. I got full coverage. I just don't want to screw anything up. You know? I just don't want to screw anything up, you know? Nothing personal. I just don't. Well, that's what happens when you go, you know, your hair starts going. That's what happens, guys. They start losing things. That's what happens sometimes. I mean, when I got married back in 2010, I was engaged for 3 years. I was living with my mother, and so I got to save up a lot of money, you know, in order to make that wedding work. And I paid for my whole wedding. This time around, it's gonna be split down the middle. But it's still gonna be a lot of money. It's like I know a lot of my family members won't come. You know, there's many reasons why. You know, there's many reasons why. I mean, one, maybe it's too quick. Two, like I know her, but not fully know her enough. But you know, she's a good person. It's just hard. Would you rather have a girlfriend live with you for a while and you get to know each other, and then after a year, if it doesn't work out, then what do you do? Or would you rather like meet somebody really quick and get married and not know too much about them? What is better? Knowing somebody for a long time or knowing somebody for a short time? Or does it have to do with chemistry too? Like I said, there's more to a relationship than one thing. There's more to a relationship than one thing. We all know that. You know? Not everybody can have their George Costanza. Some people can have their Jerry Seinfeld, and some people can have their Elaine, and some people can even have their Kramer. But if you can, why not? I always liked George. George was a very good guy. I think Kramer would be crazy to marry.
7 local trains. The next and last stop is Flushing, Main.
Stand clear of the closing door.
Well,
please.
here's another thing. Like, you remember Raja? He was dating Jackpot Slots, and she was younger than him, right? Well, she wanted to have kids, but he didn't want to have kids because his kids already graduated high school. Well, and then they broke it off. When he said, you know, he could have just married her and she could have had kids anyhow. I mean, if you don't have to give up your gambling channel just because your wife's going to want to have kids. You can make it work if you truly love each other, like, or is it just like, or was she just there for eye candy? Because she's okay looking, but not great looking. I've seen her in person, like, I don't know, like personality. I don't think she had the best personality. I think he could have done a little bit better. But that's the gambling world, you know. Like, when you become a big slot channel, you can't be held down from nothing. You know, your whole idea is you want to build your channel and you want to grow your channel. A lot of channels that do co-ops and a lot of channels that are married to each other, they're understanding at the end of the day, no matter what happens with the channel, you still gotta have each other. So at the end of the day, there's an understanding there. You know, the channel doesn't take over your life. It's only there because it's there. Like, people should be so lucky to like have somebody that they can talk to, you know, when they're feeling bad or feeling sad or whatever. It's hard, you know, like you can't know each other within a short amount of period of time. You have to get to know each other over a certain amount of time to actually understand each other. I mean, I'm not a love counselor, but being that I was married for like 10 years, I'm definitely I'm definitely afraid to like spend a lot of money on the wedding because I built up my bank account pretty good, and you never know when there's gonna be another pandemic or another emergency. You know, like you can't put all your eggs in one basket. It's like those people that go to the casino and you just high roll and high roll and high roll. Eventually, you're gonna get burnt. I mean, not everybody has a trust fund where you get about $10,000 a month where you can spend whatever you want on. Not everybody's trust. Some people actually have to go out and work and, you know, support themselves. My thing is like, I don't want to give up anything I got. And that's just me being stubborn. But when you're used to doing the things your way, it's hard to give up. It's hard to give up stuff. It's hard to give up your space. It's hard to give up your freedom. You know, it's a lot of stuff that you want to do, and you don't want to give it up. Like I don't go to church. I barely go to the temple. I go to movies. I go to a casino. I really don't want to give up anything unless I truly want to. And I don't want to give up the channel. The channel has done so well that I feel like we could do another 20 years. We could do. My goal is 20 years to still be doing this channel. And in 20 years, I want to at least have somewhat, not super religious like how my wife was. No, not at all. Nah, I'm not very into it. I'm not very into it at all because I'm Jewish, you know. I can't be something I'm not. I just want a simple relationship, you know, where the girl lives with me and doesn't feel like I'm making her a slave. Because just because you clean my apartment doesn't make you a slave. It's because you want to do it. I'm not asking you to do anything you don't want to do. You do it out of the kindness of your heart. Nobody tells you that you have to do it. You choose to do it. Nobody says, go share your life with like all these strangers, you know, and have 200 plus people in your chat every day, and explain to them what's Central Park like, or how's Ellis Island, or where are we eating today, or this and that. You know, you invite people into your world because you want to, not because you have to. I invited people into my world because I like people. Now, the difference between my channel and somebody else's channel is I've been doing this a lot longer. I was doing this when there's nobody watching, and there's no comparisons. What I do on my channel, other people might not do what I do. Everybody does their channels different. Yeah, what's up, Kenzie? You know? I mean, I first started this channel, I was just gambling. But eventually we started becoming more of a variety because I couldn't just do gambling all the time. We got bored. I don't know. Oh, you got bored of slot machines? Yeah. I got bored of going down to AC so much. There was a time where I was at AC more than I was at home. And that's not good. So you have to be different, you know? I know people want to watch slot machines, but after a while it just becomes so boring. Seeing the same machine, same name, and then even if the casino company that makes the game changes the name or the whatso, it's the same shit, just remixed. At least when you go to a zoo or go to like Governor's Island or Statue of Liberty or this is that, you're seeing different things. You're not getting used to the same thing. My neighborhood bars is awesome. They're very quiet. I actually like the Upper West Side bars where Yo Angie lives. They're nice bars, you know. And I do like the West East 14th Street bars, Coyote Ugly and a couple of other ones. It's just like during the week those bars are so quiet. There's like nobody in there. Like the weekends is more crazy because you know it's a weekend. But during the week you have like maybe 1 or 2 people at the bar. Like when I went to Coyote Ugly during the week, it was like yeah, the bartender, which was like a female, and then you had like 3 or 4 guys. It was a total sausage fest. You know, it's not how it used to be. It used to be like back in the day. You used to be able to go to the bar and then you like be able to like meet a nice girl at the bar. The times have changed. Yeah, times have totally changed. Totally changed. Bars is not what it used to be. I'm surprised that a lot of bars can stay in business. Because you know they don't do the business that you think they do. Unless they're like a very popular place that you know people are gonna go to. Has to be, you know, it's hard to stay in business when you're not getting the crowd, especially during summertime. Summertime sucks for bars because everybody's away. Like summertime is great for like the Jersey Shore, vacation spots and stuff, but for actual bars and local places, no, not at all. I noticed that like towards the end of the summer, a lot of people start coming back from vacations and this and that, and cruising. I have a friend that works with me at Cityfield, right? This guy's going on vacation again for 30 days. 30 days. He hardly did enough games this year to like keep the spot. He's doing a 30-day cruise. So it is hard. It is hard to like. It is hard to do stuff like. It is hard to do stuff. I mean, I would have married Miriam, but she really doesn't want. She really doesn't want what I want. I would have definitely married her, but she does not. She does not want what I want. But she was too much into that freaking cult that she was a part of. That mission. You know, like gambling is not a cult. Gambling is a choice. Yeah, I have Jen B, but Jen B doesn't want to get married to nobody. Jen B is done being a mother, done being married. She just wants to like be left alone. Jen B wants to be left alone. You know, she doesn't want to get married, and she doesn't want to have any more kids. She just wants to be left alone and live her life. Ugh. Ah, shit, look at this. Hot dogging. You got an umbrella. Hey, why not? Find your keepers. You can use one. I wish it was $1 million. This is what happens. Always find stuff. Finders keepers. One day I lost a bag on the bus. I had all my chargers in the bus, in the bag. I never found that bag ever again. So that umbrella is never going to be found again either. Just how it is. Is it okay to be in a relationship and live with that person, or is marriage the only way that you can live with somebody? You know, like me personally, like, yeah, my life is great, but I don't want to make a mistake that I'm gonna regret. You know, I'm being very cautious. I'm not listening to anybody that's telling me that whatever I'm doing is wrong or right. Because you know something, the reason I blocked K Real in the first place is because if it was true or false, I should have made my own decision. And I should have talked to him straight up instead of like believing what people were saying, because you know a lot of people are full of shit. You know, and what goes on in this slot community with all the liars, all the cheaters, all the scandalous, all the backstabbers. It's like high school, you know? You know, it's just like high school. You have popular kids, you have your jocks, you have the nerds, you have your rich kids, you have your poor kids, and then you have like I don't know what kids, you know. So it's tough. Like when somebody says somebody is a trust fund baby, but that same person that is saying that person is a trust fund baby is the one that is being the trust fund baby. You know, there's many. You know, you could be the nicest person in the world, and in the back of your mind is like, oh, I'm being nice because I want something. And then the next day you backstab that person because you know it's holding your channel down, or you say somebody is a racist, or you say somebody curses on camera, and that person never cursed on camera and never said any gay or homophobic stuff on their channel. You're just making up stuff because that channel is doing so well, and that channel started the same year I started, and that channel is doing very good, and it just pisses you off because every time you see that person goes live, they have like 300-400 people in there, maybe 500 people in their chats, and you can't even get that in your chat. That's what's pissing you off, because every time that person goes live, they have 500 plus people in their chat, and you can only tap out about 300. It makes any sense. I mean, I'm never gonna have no 100, 200 people in my chat. I admit that. The most I ever had in my chat by myself was maybe 50 something. And I'm okay with that, because you know what? I'm a realist. You know, I know who my real friends are and who's not my friends. You know. And I know my schedule's busy and stuff. Like I can't even plan out my own life. No less than someone else. How can you plan something else? How can you plan anything out when you know your schedule is when you don't have any days off to do it. Even if you have your own secretary, it would be hard to do. Like sometimes the best decision is not to make a decision. Is to say, well, do you really want to be with somebody, or do you want to really be with somebody just because of what they look like or what they can give you or how they make you feel? You know, like, look, let's fuck you. I mean, looks are only skin deep. You know? Have you ever seen that? Sound of Freedom movie? Have you ever seen the Sound of Freedom movie? Where they talk about how, like, how those kids got abducted and then used and stuff? They said, like, well, they said the younger the better because they could do whatever they want, but when they're older, they can't do as much. So they said beauty is only skin deep, and it was a good movie because it showed you how much bullshit and everything that was going on in the world, and how all these kids that were getting abducted, they were getting abused and all that stuff. And the message was that the children are not free and they're not for sale. And this movie was made for $14 million from private investors, and already is getting close to $200 million. This movie was supposed to be originally made back in 2020, but it got held up in courts. Originally, Disney had its license, but then they got held up in courts, and it was on to Fox. And then Angel Studios took over and got the license for the movie, and then they had to get it funded because it was privately funded because the Angel Studios was not big enough to fund this movie. Yeah, I know. One of the investors has been charged with child trafficking. Isn't that crazy? And that guy is going to be in jail for the rest of his life. Because you know something? You should be ashamed of yourself. You should be ashamed of yourself. You invested money into a movie that talk about not to do it, and then you do it yourself. You should be totally ashamed of yourself. You know, like, if I was the people at Angel Studios, I would take his name off the end credits, because you don't want somebody like that involved in a movie like this. You know, like, I'm a movie watcher, right? I see all these movies in the movie theater. You know, there's so much stuff that goes on in this world that you just don't understand what's going on. You know? I know, right? So, my thing is, like, I talk about anything I want on this channel. And I'm not afraid to say I'm not afraid to say stuff, because I'm not afraid to say stuff and let people know how I feel. But, you know, you can't be the good guy, you can't be the bad guy, and you can't be the kiss ass all the time. But you have to have an understanding at the end of the day. You have to do what you gotta do. Yeah, I do have one. But, it's gonna be tough. It's gonna be tough to do stuff. Like last night I had like 5 White Claws, and oh my god, I had such a buzz. You ever had 5 White Claws? Man, by the fifth White Claw, I was feeling it. I didn't throw up or anything, but like I was in the zone. And when I'm in the zone, you know, like you start seeing like the bright lights. I was lit as hell. I had five different White Claws. But so I had two when I was leaving work. I had another two when I was walking to the bus, and I had one more when I was going home. By the time I had the fifth one, and I got inside, and I still didn't throw up or anything. But it was like trying to just focus when you kind of like lit, your mind's lit and the room is spinning. It's hard. It's like hard to focus. You just like, and then like you're just like so into the girl that you have, you know, that you totally forget how many drinks you really had, and you're like, oh man, the room was spinning and I was seeing stars. I was having way too much fun. Then I woke up like 5 o'clock. Well, woke up before 5 o'clock this morning. I walked into the Bayside train station. Let me tell you something. That was so much fun last night. It was a blast. I forgot how it was to have a younger girl in my life. Like, it was so much fun. I felt like so alive. The taco bar was very good. Out of all the people I ever met, you know, she's very serious, you know, and I just don't want to screw up, you know. I don't want to screw up my life, and I don't want to screw up her life. Because I know she's just trying to like really get something going here in America. And it's not about a green card, and it's not about citizenship. It's about family and trying to build a future, you know, like nobody wants to be alone. Nobody wants to do, you know, so everybody wants something for something. She doesn't like them. She says like I should have them clear, not blue. You know, blue looks cool on me, but you know, clear would be just as good. I mean, this nail polish lasts pretty good. You know, like, I gotta understand how she feels. You know, like, she's taking a big step with me. I'm not a trophy. I'm not a trophy, you know. I'm not rich. I have a certain amount of money if I was gonna go for a wedding. I can only spend a certain amount of money because I have to pay my rent and I have to pay all the stuff every month. So I really can't throw so much money into an actual wedding. I have too many responsibilities. Even though it would be hard because I know my family would disapprove of this whole thing, and my dad would be totally against it, and
Doors open.
a lot of people would not want to come
Doors closing.
because you never heard of like knowing somebody for a short amount of time and you want to marry them because you actually care you actually like them and care about them, and you want to build a future together. I'm not in my 20s. I'm in my 40s. So the world has changed a lot. You know, I used to never have a cell phone like this. YouTube channel, you know, this and that. People actually watching. The world has totally changed. Like, so yeah. You want to make a right decision. I mean, if I met a girl from North Carolina and she lives with me, right? I don't want to marry her right away. I want her to live with me, have her get a job, and then take things one step at a time and plan things out. Because you know it's expensive. It's expensive as hell to have a wedding. You know, rings. You know, DJ, flowers, food, making invitations for people. You know, all that stuff. Weddings are expensive. And then making sure everybody got the tuxedos. Like, I've been to enough weddings in my lifetime to know, like, you know, like, it takes a lot of planning. You can't just put it on a button. You can't just put it on a wedding in like 1 month time. No way. You get married in Vegas, that would be sweet. I wish they would do that in Jersey. I just want a simple life, you know. I'm not the Roger. I'm Ross says what, you know. Roger missed out. You know, he had a good girlfriend. She really liked him, but he chose his lifestyle and what he does over her. Plus, he doesn't want to have any kids, so he broke it up with her. It had to be more than just having kids to break up with somebody. It had to be more than that. It really had to be more than that. I think when you have a channel that's almost 500,000 subscribers, you don't want to give up. You don't want to give up this luxury lifestyle to just live a normal lifestyle. You don't want to give up your Facebook channel, your YouTube channel, this and that. You don't want to give up all that luxury you have. Give it up at all. I mean, he is a good person. He helps build up the smaller channels, and he did help out the Ben and Bell. Because the Ben and Bell went from 1,000 subscribers now up to over 4,000 subscribers. So he helped them out a lot. And this is a low rolling channel that you have Rick Carter and you have Jamie. And literally, like, after Roger's birthday, that channel just like took off. And it's gonna keep growing and growing and growing. I can see that happening. I can see it by the end of the year. That channel's gonna have 10,000 subscribers easy. Because you have a good video, you have a good video person, you got a good marketing, and you got a good people around you. Like Pomsy, his channel is Pomsy's live channel will probably get to 200,000 subscribers, and his regular one will probably hit 200,000. You know what I really want? I want that Whopper at Burger King. I know it's kind of late to get a Whopper, but I want that Whopper. Because Whoppers are pretty cool. You know, but I have to make a decision what I really want to do. I don't want to make a mistake. I I don't want to hurt somebody, but you know, I don't want to rush. I don't want to rush things. But I want them to like be able to do what they want to do in life too. So, but it's very hard because they don't have a normal job where they can go home all the time. They, you know, living a job is a lot harder than having a normal job where you have to go home and but you never know. Like tomorrow I have to work City Field, and then Wednesday I have to work. So you just never know. Like what are you gonna do? Not go to work? Come on. You gotta be realistic. I mean, I know how much money I'm making. I'm not gonna give up a single dime. It costs money to get around, it costs money to eat, it costs money to live. So you gotta keep working until one day you got to retire and say to and then you say effer in the big JJ. That's what the guy should say. Instead of effer in the other thing, you say effer in the big JJ. It's so much cleaner to say the vajayjay. Hardly anybody at Burger King tonight. Oh wow. Usually they have a lot of people there. What happened? Oh God. Nobody at Burger King here. There's like 2 cars. That's totally crazy. Well, I got some food to eat at home anyhow. But anyway, that's the stream for tonight. Talk to you guys tomorrow. Have a great night. Thanks for hearing me out. And see you in the next episode of Russ Says What Variety Channel. That'll be tomorrow night. Thanks for watching. Goodbye, all.